Y'all ready?
Everything I said I do, I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Inside the Mirror.
Inside it.
We're inside it. We're about to get
inside of
inside
it.
Mr. Ethan's mirror. Ethan Johnson. Ethan, you get to introduce all your pseudonyms and AKAs. Ready, set,
Hello.
go. Who are you?
Ethan Johnson, 214 Ethan, Florida, Maine. You don't cap, and anything you want to call me, I'll kind of respond to it. But Ethan Johnson's the
Hey,
that's the
what
government.
up, Ethan? The
So,
government.
What's going on, David? How you doing?
Bro, what's happening? Let's go back. We were already rolling.
Yeah,
You're talking
we
about
were-
Panera. Go
Panera.
back. Keep going.
Yo, Panera's fire. If
You're
if
talking
y'all
about the
think
people were
Panera-
being gracious, and you're starting to see things in people that you didn't before.
Yeah,
Kill it.
well, it's just like the thing about it is like you sway one way or another, especially when something as big as like COVID hits, you know. And I think just being I deliver at Panera for the people who just tuned in, and I just think like seeing the my tips just went up, man. Like every single day, I started to make more and more money, and it wasn't even about the money. I was just seeing people were being like a little bit more aware. Like I feel like people are being more mindful, and that's good. That's what I hoped would come out of it, because I knew it was either going to be one or the other. Like people are either going to take this out on me, and I have experienced that in a few cases, you know. But like, man, the good really outweighs the bad. Like I find it hard to, you know, get down in the dumps about what I do for work, because it's good, and especially in this time, I feel like I can be a big help to certain people. Like I take some
100%.
big ass deliveries, man. Like I feel like I'm feeding families, bro.
You probably are.
Yeah, who don't have, you know, like other ways to actually get out. And we do grocery too, so on occasion I'll take groceries, and like, bro, it's good. It's good for the heart, and like good for the pockets as well.
Good, man. No, that's so key, bro. Like I totally agree with you. When all this stuff hit, I said from the get, and not that I'm some genius. Like you and me are just like, you know, we got our heads on straight. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when a struggle hits, people are going to react one of two ways, right? They're either going to react positively or they're going to react negatively.
Mhm.
And like, there's a lot of that going on out there. Like there's a lot of negativity.
Yeah.
People want to fight over the masks and like conspiracies and all that. But then
Yeah.
there's the good side, which like I think you and me would probably fall on the more positive side. Not
I mean,
to
bro, I've got to make so much music since this shit started, bro. Like,
Let's
I've
go.
really been in lockdown mode, figuring out a ton of things creatively, bro. So, like, when you look at it from that standpoint, like, how could you really be, like, being mad at it isn't going to do you no good. It's just going to waste your time. And, like, that's the one thing we don't got to waste, really, when we're trying to do something.
Preach.
You know?
Talk about your process. Like, what have you been doing now? Because for people that don't know, you're a musical mastermind. Like, you do it all. What do you do? Talk about it.
Man, I just kind of
produce.
I produce, I mix, I write. I kind of just do everything. I love like post-production more than anything though. Like I love just like putting things together, making things sound good. I'm not super into the rap stuff right now. I've been rapping pretty consistently for a few years up to this point. I started overall when I was like 14. Yeah, I was like 14 when I started all together. But right now I'm kind of like moving more into like electronic music, breaking it down, seeing how things are built up. I mean, that shit can really help. Like if you do that and then switch back to making a more like simpler style of music, can really help with like everything all across the board.
Bro, I'm with you.
How much music is built. Like, I don't know what your thoughts or feelings towards the electronic music is. Everybody
Love
is
it. Love it 100%.
Okay, good. So we can actually talk about that, because like the thing is I'm very careful with the way I talk about it with people, because like people are either very hot or cold about it. And like if you're into music at all, like you know about it, like people are like, I say the name Skrillex and people are either like, what the fuck? Or people are either like, let's go. Like, and so like, it's just very divided and kind of weird. So like, I don't know.
It's so wild, because like that's where we're at in the world, not just in music, but it's like everybody has to find a point of dissension, like a point of where they all want to divide and disagree and make it about hate and I'm right and you're wrong. It's just a crazy time.
But it's not even about I'm right and you're wrong anymore.
No,
that's not the point of life, you know. And so
100%.
I'm like, what? But because you can play that game, dude. I've spent years playing that game, the I'm right and you're wrong game. But I came to realize after so long, I was like, what does that do for you in the end? You know, nothing.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go, bro. You're so mature. I gotta give you credit for that. Yo,
dude,
tell me, like,
I'm really happy to be like podcasting with someone who knows like what they're doing, bro. It's never happened. Like I've attempted a podcast one time with someone who like, and I'm not gonna like say who it is. Obviously, they live states away, but it just wasn't good because he didn't like. Of all, he just like wasn't a natural conversationalist like you are.
Mm-hmm.
So podcasting 100% makes sense for you. And I'm not saying like people can't push themselves to get better at things, but certainly things make more sense for people to do, you know?
Right.
And apart from that, he was just very disorganized, and he had like a few starting places, but just nowhere to go within them. So like, I'm just glad we're sitting down doing it the right way, you know?
I'm happy to do it, man. This is, in my opinion, this is the first time. Well, not my opinion. This is what's going to happen. I'm not telling you what to do, but like, this is episode 1 for you and me. Like, I think you and I are going to, I honestly, bro, and we haven't talked a lot, but like, I really see you and me working together in multiple capacities, like for years to come. I really do.
Dude,
like, I've thought about you in several different situations and been like, oh snap, this would be for Ethan. Like, I wanted to talk to you later about podcasting after this because I got some thoughts for you too. I just think you have a lot of ambition and talent. That's honestly, it's really rare in this generation, man. I don't think a lot of people have a lot of ambition. I think people are very in the middle, just okay being average and not. I don't see a lot of people that really want to be the best they can be at everything, and I see that in you.
I thank you, man. I really appreciate it because it is true, you know. Like, I mean, I'm just trying to like set myself apart, you know, a little bit. And once I do that, once you do that, you can really figure out who you are, you know. Like once you set yourself apart, realize what makes me different, what makes me unique, and like. The thing about it is not everybody's talents lie in such a creative, you know, or expressive way as mine. So a lot of people, you know, would look at me and be like, oh, fuck that. I don't get that. What is he doing? You know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of out there, you know, but like, it's just what I have to do. Like, I mean, I've convinced myself up to this point. I'm like, there's so many times that I tried to walk away to this and just went back to it. And that's when I started to realize like, this is just something I'm going to do regardless of if I make it or not. Like, and for the people listening on a podcast, it's very important. I did the air quotes.
Air quotes.
Because making it is ironically what you make it. Like, what is success to you? You
exactly. Know? And the thing is like.
You're successful, Kyle. You know, maybe not.
I appreciate
like,
that.
You know, like Lil Pump size, you know. I don't mean to like.
I could care less about Lil Pump.
Exactly. That's the thing, you know, because what does he value? Money, you know, or clout, you know, and
right.
That's out, you know. So it's like you're successful in your own right. He is successful in his own right.
Right.
Know?
In a different way. It's like you said, it's how you define what success is.
So that's
if
why
success is millions, he wins.
Yeah, that's why I would never, you know, knock an artist like him because I'm like, he got what he was going for. Like, if you achieve the goal as an artist, like, more power to you. You know, like, I'm not trying to look like that. You know, but
exactly.
You do it like even 6ix9ine. That's a whole other conversation. You know, but he achieves every time what his goal is, which is just to get some damn attention. Like. So
we all have a different vision.
And goal, man, he could be going to fucking jail and it doesn't matter, man. As long as he achieves the goal, man, like the cloud.
We all got a different vision, man. Everybody has a different vision.
Yeah.
And we can go back and forth all day about like why that's wrong, why we're right, but like stay in your lane, you know? Like it's not helpful to just judge everybody.
He's gonna do what he's gonna do regardless, you know, like.
And everybody on earth, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. The only thing you can contribute to people is positivity, you know? Like, negativity has never helped anybody, ever, in the history of the universe.
But that's the thing. That's why I don't, like, have, like, a super, super problem with, like, Tekashi's because, like, I kind of just fuck with the way he's just, like, bring it on. Like, I don't know.
I'm with you.
There's something in him that, like, of course, his music, to me, is toxic. I don't fuck with any of his messages or anything like that.
Right.
But as a person, it's like he just takes things really, really head on, like, and just embraces things. And I kind of like that a little. There's a part of me that can kind of relate a little bit and kind of likes that, you know. But
I think that he has talents, and I think he's not an idiot, man. Like, there is a lot of negativity that comes with him.
He wouldn't be as successful in his own right as he is, you know, like if he was an idiot.
Right.
So he's not.
100%.
He just plays like an idiot, you know?
He plays a character because he's trying to achieve a certain goal, right? And like
he said it himself, he's not really 6ix9ine, you know? But the sad part about it is he's he's been 6'9" for so long that I don't know if he's gonna know who Daniel Hernandez is at the end of like when it's all said.
That's a very good point.
And that's
the thing is like people have to look at him and see the positive things. It's just if you're younger, like a lot of people can't filter through the show stuff and like the stuff that you should take from him, which is like you gotta respect like the grind and the tactics and the things that you just gotta be able to filter it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I mean, when I think about him as an artist, I completely strip away all of his lyrics because I know his gig. He's made the same song since he popped off, you know. So when I talk about him, I'm not talking about whatever, you know, like shit that he's on, you know.
You're talking about the overall, like everything he's done.
6'9", what is he as an artist? What is he involved in? A lot of shit, you know, and like, yeah.
Yo. I don't think we've ever talked about this. Like, how did you like discover or begin like this musical journey when you were 14? Like, was there like a moment, or was it like just growing up, you were around music? How'd it happen?
Yeah, man, I was around. The first instance I like really like loved music, man. It was like some like it was EDM, man. Like that was kind of like, bro. I think my mom's texting me right now. Yeah.
Tell her to say what's up.
I got you, bro. Yeah. Can I actually text her?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need my permission.
Yeah.
No, you have good. I'll talk while you do that.
Okay.
I think a lot of credit not only to you, but I know your parents. A lot of credit to your parents, man. Like I don't know exactly how you were raised and all that, but I have a feeling for it. And your parents are good people, man. Like they've done something right. They've
done a lot right, bro. Like some things.
I'm glad you're able to give them credit. Like that's super mature.
Why would I not, bro? Like they paid for this room, the laptop that I'm doing. Like, who am I to not give them credit, bro?
God, I love that. I think it's so rare these days. A lot of people take the negative. Like my mom did this when I was 13, and they hold on to it.
Yeah. The fact you love that so much is kind of sad because it shows that not as many people think the same way. And I think, bro, everyone's situation with their parents is different. Like when you're growing up,
for sure,
everyone's, you know, house is just like yours, and you get fed and you know, get tucked in at night and read a bedtime story and shit. But like when you get older, you realize like it's not that way, and you get thankful because like I've met some people who like don't act like their parents don't even exist. And it wasn't until I was really around them and not around my parents that I realized like, oh shit, bro, like they are the only ones that really got my back when it's like, oh,
so true. And some people, unfortunately, their parents don't exist.
Yeah, that's not I gotta remind myself like that's not the case for everybody, so I can't speak for general about that, you know. But for me, and thank Jesus H Christ for this, but like my parents are good people. And
amen, bro.
And I look up to them, and I'm glad.
And it's such a, like you said, it's just like a we didn't do anything to deserve it. It was just like that's how life works. Is you pop out into the world, and then you either have two parents or you have one. You just, those are your cards. There you go.
And the only way I can pay it back is, you know, just try and be the same, half the father that my dad was, you know, like
100%. And you just take the things that you've learned from him and you apply them to your own life, you know, and like even the fact that you're able to do what you do is a credit to your dad and your mom, that they allow you, they encourage you, they support you. They know that like this guy's got talent, like our son's got talent. We got to let him grow in that.
Yeah, that's what's up. They're great. They really are.
Yeah, your parents are amazing. Yo, I know we're going to wrap up here in just a few minutes. That is the quickest 25 minutes that's ever happened in my life. Yeah. This is how it works, bro. That's why we got to talk later about podcasting.
Absolutely, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I could do this shit all day, really.
I'm telling you, you could. And here's what I think about it, because you ever listen to Gary Vee? I think we talked about that.
Gary Vee. No, man.
You ever listen to Gary Vee?
The only podcast I really listen to is No Jumper. I love No Jumper. Like they've tapped me.
Gary Vee says it like this about podcasting. It's just like in high school when like your parents go out of town and you're the kid who has the house to host the party, and you weren't the cool kid, but you invite all the cool kids, and all of a sudden you become cool because you had a house to have a party at. Yeah, that's how podcasting is, bro. I'm hosting the party, therefore I can invite people that are way above my level as far as like success or whatever. But I'm bringing them and giving them a platform. And so I'm hosting the party. So by default, I become the cool guy. You know what I'm saying?
Like we're all the cool guys.
By having like Adam 22, he's cool because he hosts the party of his podcast. He doesn't do a bunch of,
think about how
he's not a rapper.
Yeah, no, like, what does Adam 22 do to be cool besides talk to cool people? Like,
He hosts
if you
the
break it
party of
down.
the cool people.
But the thing about it is, I genuinely fucking think Adam 22 is cool because he
Yeah.
talks to cool people well. I just like a conversationalist.
That's
you know?
it, man. He's not got some insane skills that no one is capable
Yeah,
of
he's
reaching.
not
Like a
I
million people could do that.
a million people could sit down and have a conversation. Yeah, but the fact that like, he's just got to have a tattoo on the side of his head and be bald and have a deep voice and do it before all of us, you know, like, I don't know.
You could run one where you just wear orange every single time.
Yeah.
And that's your thing.
Like, yeah, and have orange lights and be like, this is the orange show with Florida Man, you know, or like.
Bro, I'm saying, like, we'll talk again later because I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I think you could be, because it doesn't take much time, bro. We're going to hop off this. It'll probably take me like 20 to 30 minutes tonight or tomorrow to get it all uploaded and done. And like, that's like an hour investment total for a full episode.
And people there's a market for
easy,
podcasts, bro.
It's only going to get bigger.
I mean, if you want to kick it and talk for like 20 more minutes, I can do that before
I'm down. I'm down.
And I don't have like a strict. I just got to be out of here by 1:30. That's
for sure. You got to get to work.
I'm already dressed, man. Like, I'm prepared. But
you got the cone sickle on.
Ready.
Yo, well then let's keep going. Like, where are you at with music? Like what have you like COVID? How about this? From the beginning of COVID, like what's your mindset been around music?
Dude, I'm trying to think. When did COVID really start again?
We locked down like middle of March. So it's been over 2 months now.
Damn.
Right?
That's crazy. Wow. So I remember beginning of March, I was working on a bunch of rap music. I was like, I want to make a second rap album. And then somewhere around that, it got kind of scattered and I kind of just switched modes entirely. And like, I feel like I just tried rapping again. And I was like, I don't know. I don't have enough like rap shit to say. Like, right? Like not enough things. Like I have a lot of passion right now in my life for things, but I feel like making like dance music and just vibes and shit is like a great way, for me to exercise my mind and grow it because it's a very complex style of music. And then like also express feelings that like I can't really put into words, you know, I think. So that's kind of where the shift happened a little bit. And so since that point in kind of like the middle of lockdown, we're really focused on just like, I made like probably 20, 30 like dance songs and I've only released like 3 of them or something like that. But like all of them have really just like improved with each one. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. This one's better than that one. And then by the time I make like the 6th one in the row, I'm like, the first one doesn't even sound good anymore. So like, that's kind of been my tactic for building one thing upon another and just like seeing what strategies work, what doesn't. Trial and error really is just it. That's the whole journey, bro. You can't be afraid to try, bro. Like, if you try, you fail. But if you fail, like, that's the worst that can happen. Like,
and who cares? Like, the greatest people at anything have failed.
It's not like anybody's like looking over your shoulder, you know, like while you're creating music. Like, what the fuck? Like, you do it right.
It's like we psych ourselves out and somehow convince ourselves that we're so special that the whole world is watching. Nobody's watching. Nobody, no one cares when you're in the studio.
Yeah, no
one cares when I'm in the studio. Nobody.
Seriously. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we
that is the ego. I do psych myself out and think that a bunch of people are watching. Like I think I'm more important than I am a lot of times, bro.
Me too, bro.
What sign are you again?
Huh?
You're Leo, right?
Leo, right?
Dude, right. I'm a Leo too. Okay, yeah, I forgot that.
Oh, it's all passion, bro. That's all. I got to dim it down sometimes because I'm like, oh, man, people can't handle this.
Bold and so, like, you know, 100% and, like.
In your face.
Yeah.
In a good way. Like, I've learned how to, like.
It is a good way, but it's just not always such a controlled way. So, like, if we're around people who, like, aren't really Leos. Like, bro, both my parents are Virgos. And, like, the difference between us is, like, I think so much from my heart, you know, and, like, I'm just very passion-driven and, like, I want to be different. I want to just like that's where I lie. I'm which I guess is like stereotypical, but it feels really authentic to me. You know,
it is then.
You know, but like I'm just kind of that way, and they really just think with their heads. They're super logical, very down to earth, real, and I'm just not like I'm not real.
Me and you too, bro.
I'm just fucking wherever, you know. And
I'm
okay
all
with
over
that.
the place.
I'm okay with that. It's taken me 18 years.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it, you know.
And you got to get to a point in life where you just accept, like, I have my quirks. I got things that people don't like, but it's not. You don't want to change who you are. Like,
Yeah,
there's a fine line, you know.
if you keep like, if something's an issue, you got to know the difference between that. But if you're like, bro, that's just who I am, and I'm not gonna change that. Like, you gotta
Right.
step up to that, because if you keep changing that, you're gonna become so malleable. And when you become malleable is when you compromise like everything you stand for, and like
Let's
who
go.
are you at all at that point? So it's like, it's a slippery road, dude. It really is.
It's true, man. You
Yeah.
have to stick to who you are. Like, and it's a journey. It's a process of like learning, and then, like you said, accepting it.
Yeah, that's why I stand so firm in like making electronic music now, because I mean, I do get people, you know, I can tell, look at me like differently than they did when I was making rap music, you know, and it is what it is. But like, I'm just like, the thing about it is I'm really confident in it for myself. And my voice just cracked right there. I'm fucking sorry about that.
Good. It's authentic.
But, yeah, authentic. Real name, no gimmicks.
Let's go.
But like, when I'm making like electronic music, I just like, my care for what anybody else thinks is just like melts away, you know, because I'm
Good.
like, I gotta hold firm in like some things, you know, because like, if I set that standard, then people are gonna be like, oh, okay, I can't get this guy to do shit for me, you know, and then I don't become people's object, you know.
Yeah.
My worst fear is just becoming people's object at a certain point. I know I have qualities that are attractive. I know I'm bold, and I know I'm caring, you know, and I know
You have a lot to offer.
I do. And once you figure that out and genuinely like know that for real, that makes you like way more cautious about who you surround yourself with, and like,
That's it right there.
You are who you hang around, dude. And like,
That's it.
Fucking idiots, bro. Like, you're gonna be like,
they're gonna take from you. They're gonna use you
before you even know it. But the thing about it is, they're gonna become a little bit smarter because they're hanging around with you, and you're gonna become a little bit dumber. Or a lot of bit dumber because you're hanging around. It depends on the ratio of how many fucking idiots you're around.
100%.
They say you're around the most 5 people or something like that.
You become like the 5 people that you're closest to.
So let's say you're around like 3 idiots and 2 people that are just as smart as you. You're gonna become dumber than you are.
Yeah.
Smarter from this current point that you start hanging out with that clique.
Yep.
And stupid is as stupid does, and stupid like stupid. So everybody's fucking stupid, you know?
Yeah, man. The thing is, like, for me, I've learned in my life, like, you don't have to have a big circle. Like, I don't have a big circle, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Right there. Boom. Like 5 people. 5 people tight, but they're all just people that are further in life than me, or wiser than me, or like they all add to my life. Like, I don't keep people in the circle that take away from my life.
You play better with older people?
100%.
Dude, me too.
100%.
That's why I'm perfect, bro.
You're an old soul, bro.
Maybe so. I don't know. Some people have told me that, but I've never.
When I say that, I just mean like you think on a different plane. You think on a more mature plane than probably your normal age bracket. You know what I mean?
I would say that, but like, I'm not really around my own age bracket a lot right now. Like, I stay in the crib, and like I work. And like, I see like probably 2 people that are actually my age, like on a consistent basis, like 18 years of age, you know? But like, so I don't really know where a lot of people, and I'm not super into social media or like all this TikTok shit. My parents like TikTok. Like,
bro, the TikTok is taking over.
It's so weird, man. And I don't say it's weird because I don't get on it, you know, but I'm just not super into social media. So I'm like, I don't know what, you know, the average 18-year-old is thinking. I hope that the average 18-year-old is as smart as me. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately not.
I think that they are, but I think people would just block their own smartness.
100%. I think you're right. I think you're right. There's potential in everyone. But as a society, we've lowered our bar of values and standards and just different things that really matter. And so the bar is very low, and a lot of people are just okay with just being normal, just being average. And I don't knock everybody, because everybody has different capabilities. You know what I mean? Like, you might have a higher capacity than somebody else.
At the end of the day, just desire, like whatever you're, you know, if your passion is being like just like a chiller person and like not needing a whole lot, and like you want a simple life, like there is no reason to knock that. Like I know my brother.
100%.
My brother's just not like me. Like, he kind of just wants that simple, you know, whatever, you know, and it's just a difference in our personality. And like, it's taken me a while to realize that we're just built structurally different in that type of way, you know. But like once you come to realize that passion looks different for everybody, you know, like, but still not everybody has like passion. But bro, like if you do have passion, it makes you so attractive of a person in whatever
100%.
regard. Even if you like art, if you like music, if you like whatever, it doesn't it doesn't have to be music for me to like be like, yeah, that's passion, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, it's like, I think of it like this, like everybody was uniquely built like with a specific purpose, right? Like, and but it's up to you to dive into yourself and find out what that purpose is.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's making music or mowing lawns, whatever, everybody's got a purpose. That's why the world works.
As long as you can be content and happy with that and not long for something else, you know, that's the key to being happy, bro. Like, if you can fulfill your purpose, like, I know how big I could be, you know. I think about it all the time, bro, you know, and like
I'm
that's
with
just,
you.
I can't help but think about it, you know. So like I do know my purpose, so like
that's been put in you.
What keeps me stupid hungry, you know, and like always wanting to work. Like
because I think you know that like this you're in the first quarter of the game, man. Like there's so much more time. Like you could lock yourself in that room for 5 years and come out and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what I just created. You know what I mean? Like, I truly believe that with you.
I feel like
I really do.
Kyle.
It's gonna happen, man. Something's gonna happen. It's just like you were saying earlier.
When you
consistency and practice and repetition.
When you do those two things, it's in a little bit of luck, maybe. Like it's all a matter of time, really.
Yep.
Like,
because you're gonna run into one opportunity.
I don't stress and I don't rush anything, because it's like I'm so freaking blessed to not like I still stay with my parents, you know, kind of obviously. So like I don't.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, it is, bro. And like I appreciate what they do for me. They're like, as long as you stay right with your school stuff, like we'll give you a place to stay, and you know this, that, and the other. Still go to work, and
I love that.
And bro, damn, I lost my train of thought entirely.
They're helping set you up for success because they believe in you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know they do. And
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I believe in myself. You know, they believed in me before I really believed in myself.
They put it in you, and now it's in you, and now you believe in yourself by default.
I mean,
because it's already in you.
You'll come around, bro, and yeah.
It's only a matter of time, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that's why I never like rush, you know, or like get stressed or be like, because I'm really blessed to not rush or stress, because I think the reason why a lot of artists rush and stress because they're like, oh, I gotta get this bread, I gotta eat, I got you know food, like I got children, responsibilities, and part of that is about rushing parts of life, you know, that you're not ready for, you know, possibly. So it's also partially circumstantial, you know. Like it's a melting pot of different circumstances, but like I can just say that I'm blessed to be in the best position I possibly can to like really make some powerful moves, I think, you know, because
bro, you are like you're going places, and I don't say that lightly. There's a lot of people that I meet that I try to encourage, but I'm also not going to BS them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to be like, hey man, you're going to be the biggest thing. You just see, it's just like certain people. Like I know guys that love basketball. I played with in high school, love basketball. They're 5'8". They will never be in the NBA. And some of them still went on to play college ball and had a dream to play in the NBA. Unfortunately, it's not in them, you know, because they weren't tall enough or whatever reason. But some people have it in them, whatever it is for what their passion is. You've got it, man. I'm telling you, from my soul to your soul, you have it. Like you have it. You know, I know it. I believe it.
100%. And I know you have it as well, bro. Like I see it within your music, because I feel something different when I listen to your music. I mean, being straight up, you probably already know this, but I don't listen to your shit like all the time, you know. But no artist really, if they are creating, you know, should listen to any other music all of the time, you know. So it is what it is. But like, I definitely check your shit out whenever you post something.
I appreciate that, man.
The thing that's different about your music is like, you say whatever. Like I feel like you just say whatever you want to say. Like there is no outside factor. Like I listen to a lot of the radio actually, and a lot of people, like you probably wouldn't expect that, really, just knowing. Like,
no, I wouldn't have.
But like really, what it is like when I'm delivering at work, sometimes my phone gets low on battery because I use it to GPS everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So I'm kind of forced to like charge it and listen to the radio for a little bit. But I kind of like it because it gives me a taste of like what I don't want to fucking sound like, you know.
Let's go.
Like,
Amen.
I'm right with it, you know. Like, and it's not that I necessarily like have an issue with all the stuff on the radio, but like it does help me break down like what the real issue in modern day like music is that I don't like. That doesn't.
What is it?
In rap music, like I switched and I've been listening to alternative this past week. I listened to 103.7, great station. It's actually the best station that I've found out there.
Shout out 103.7.
Excuse me.
Let's get that advertisement deal.
Hell yeah. What's the name? Dude, I don't even know the name of the station. What's the
103.7?
103.7.
I have no idea.
Jack FM?
Who knows, man?
Jack FM. Fuck it, man. I don't know. Anyways.
We'll figure it out later.
But like, I was listening to K104, and I could go on a rant about K104, but I think I'm gonna save it.
Me too. Let's save that for the next one.
We're gonna save that for the next one.
I can feel that you want to go.
I think to my mom about K104 since I was 14 years old, bro.
Really?
She'll tell you, bro.
I have a question. I just thought of this. Do you think that part of the reason that you don't connect with radio music is because you know the potential that's in you to make something far greater than that very average stuff? No offense to anybody.
Not even like, I don't want to call it far greater, but I'm just like, it could be really good, but it's just like, honestly, I'm going to be straight up. Like, I just think when you listen to the songs and you actually like listen to the messages like I do, like I cannot help but listen to a song. And when you love and care about music, like as much as you and I do, bro, we don't listen to it in a normal way. We break it down from every single piece. So like mixing, I listen to mixing. That's why I don't enjoy the radio. The frequency is just different when you play a song off your car versus it connects to the radio. It's going to cut in and out in certain places. Yeah. Be as strong. That's just one thing. So that's a factor that's like initially makes radio music sound worse to me. Then from that, I just feel like I'm gonna name a few artists, you know, and just like break down a few, like DaBaby. I feel like DaBaby is really, really a good artist. Like he really, I liked him from the get-go. I thought he was like, he had a cadence to him that was super, just like hard hitting, and like he did a lot for like the gangster side of rap a little bit because he made it a little bit softer, opened it up a little bit. So he gave like people, and he was funny at the same turn, you know. He wasn't all like, he wasn't all about the hood shit, you know. He could like laugh, have a good time, and like that's why I feel like I really liked him. But now, like this, or at least just from the songs I hear from him on the radio, I kind of feel like he's just beating the same drum over and over again. And like that vibe song and that bop song, like both of those, and it may just be because they're so overplayed, but dude, they just bug the shit out of me, bro. Like,
well, and you know this, bro. Once you reach that upper echelon, it's not just you that has a say in the creative process. You're signed to a label. They have control over what gets released. So you have to appease the gods of the labels and the radio too, because radio is a different game.
Who are brainwashing the youth.
They know what they're doing, bro. The people at the very top of all the industries, not just music, but all the industries.
I don't know who's at the very top. I don't ever plan to fucking meet them. Like,
you might meet them, but you don't have to link up.
For me, bro, I am the top. Like, I don't know, like, independent
till we die, bro. Unless a crazy number comes across the table, like a crazy opportunity.
I'm not gonna say until we die. Like, I'm saying like. I
say extreme stuff. I know, not maybe till we die.
Dude, I am gonna
everything for me is extreme.
I do plan on being independent. I'm not gonna fuck myself over, bro. Like, I'm gonna pay somebody to read something for me and tell me what it actually is.
Right.
Like,
you better have an attorney you trust too, because you hear these things about some kid gets an attorney and then it turns out the attorney was already linked with the label and totally screwed the kid. Like, it happens all the time, man.
If that ever happened to me, bro, I'd shoot myself in the foot.
Like, man. Well, in the foot. I mean, you'll live.
Yeah, bro. Like, I wasn't instigate some like deadly shit. No, we're staying away.
Right. I love it. I love it.
I would be distraught.
For sure. Right. But you won't ever be in that position, I believe, because you're smarter than that. And again, if you surround yourself with just good people, whether it's your parents or people you trust, they're not going to let you get in a bad deal. It's these kids that have bad people in their ears and no one going, hey, man, I don't think that's wise. That's when you gotta get
I
scared
can
for
tell
these
you
kids.
stories. I know 1,000 of them personally, bro. Like
All signing different deals.
In Florida, bro, people like there are kids out there, like artists that take shit seriously, that have like a ton of potential, bro. Like not like here, bro. Not like here at all. I don't even know like a ton of people like me at all here who are like serious. I mean, I have my homies. I shout them out, but I'll save that to the end of this podcast. But like in Florida, there's a multitude of them, and they're all getting fucked up, taking bars every day, like, and letting these labels just like control them, and they're so just mentally not there that they just let things happen to them. I know multiple of these kids like that, but like and you know they got the dreads, they got the sag pants, they got the whole Florida jit shit, you know, and like like they fit the characteristic and the mold, and that's why these labels are just like getting on them and like filling it, like they're filling them with like dope, but not in like a direct way, you know, and it's really sad, you know. It's more of just like a not caring about the lifestyle type thing, or just like you know, oh well, this is the lifestyle you're signing up for, kid, you know, go do this, whatever, you know. And like,
well, they want that. It's like they want that image.
You're not so focused on music, you know, and like you're more focused on an image, and doing that compromises the integrity of your actual music, you know. Like,
100%.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate because then these young men become products that are just sold for a profit, and when the product doesn't sell, they get switched out for the next product, and there's no care about them as people.
Think about like Future. Like, I love Future. I really do.
He's an interesting example of a lot of things.
It's so sad, bro. Like, I listen to Cody and Crazy, and I don't know if I want to turn up, cry, or just like die, bro. Like, that's one of my favorite songs of all time. But it's so like,
he's got so much emotion, and then there's so many different messages mixed in. It's crazy.
That song is sad because it sounds like he's really trying to break through like something, but he still just can't because the label is just like, make this shit the hook. Like, I don't know, bro. Like,
it's like he's too far. He's so deep into the lifestyle.
He really.
It's like he can't escape, but you know he kind of wants to because you hear the pain in the music.
Yeah, dude, I hear pain, but at the same time, he's like he's so just like.
And he's crazy talented, amazing.
Yeah, and he's still describing like the good parts about his life and the bad part, like. Because his life is absolutely glamorous. Like, he has great things, you know, but they're just all shallow things. Like, the money shit that he has, you know, is like, they're great things, you know, but like, they're not fulfilling. Like, yeah, I want money. Yeah, I want a big house. Yeah, I want a Lamborghini. But like, is it going to make me any happier than I am right now? Nah. Like, because I can.
And that can't be the ultimate goal, because then, like you said, the integrity of the music gets sacrificed.
Where do you keep going after you get it? You know, if it is the ultimate goal.
I heard him say a line recently, and I can't remember which song it was in, but he said something to the effect of, like, I've been with 25 women in the past week. I think I'm sick of it. And like, to that, you know, that kind of idea, basically saying like, I got all this, I do all this, I chill with all these women, and it gets old. It's old. I'm over it. You know, like what, like you said, what else do you do once you have everything?
I like the songs like that from Future. I don't really listen to Future a lot right now because like it's just not where I'm really at mentally. I mean, when I was like dabbling in some shit, you know, and like,
I get it.
You know, like then Future was kind of my jam, you know, because like I could feel where he was saying, where he was coming from, and I was like, damn, okay, yeah, I'm kind of there with him, you know, but like now it's not really what I need to be listening to because I would just kind of be counterproductive, you know. I feel like it would put my mind at somewhere where it shouldn't really be. You know, because he raps so much about drugs, like even to the point like where
so much, man,
on the radio, man, and like
his career has been built off of that.
Life is Good is a great song, bro. It's such a good song, you know. But like, and like, I just don't see the necessity, I guess, for it in some of the places, you know. Like it really
100%.
Yeah, I loved what was the little mixtape Future did a few years ago. I actually just got into it.
56 Nights?
Nah.
He's got so much music.
It's the one with Xanax.
It's insane. I don't know. We'd have to look on Spotify.
Dude, damn, why can't I think of this?
The dude's got an insane catalog of music.
Oh my god,
insane.
Like, dude,
maybe one of the best.
You know, he just sits around and makes songs all day, and like, dude,
that's
that's what I want my life to be. Like, that's my end goal. Is like when I can sustain myself, like I don't have to be rich, I don't have to be famous, but when I can self-sustain myself and all I get to do is just sit and make music and like have a wife and kids probably and like be happy, bro. Like when that's my life, bro, I can die in peace. But until then, like I'm
Oh, that time's quickly heading your way. I believe it 100%.
Because dude,
if you loved music so much that you're like, all I want to be able to do is pay the bills and make music, dude, eventually by default you will end up making a lot of money and being successful probably because you weren't focused on those things because you stayed focused on the music.
I'm telling you, money and clout are side effects. They can be good
exactly
if you use them in the right ways, bro. Like I want to be famous like Kendrick Lamar famous. Like you don't really hear about him in the media all the time, but his name rings a bell everywhere.
And it's always positive. It's never positive. It's never negative.
Because most people think any attention is good attention, but I'm not most people, bro.
I disagree.
Dude, The Weeknd. I want to be famous like he is. You never really
very silent.
Very silent. You know he's up to some shit. I'm not trying to be
He's working. He's making incredible music.
He's fucking working and like taking drugs in Calabasas, bro, but working.
Yeah, I'm not down with that, but he is working.
You know, that's the thing, you know, it's like, I'm not trying to be like that, like shady type, you know, but
right.
Like, dude, he's doing what he's doing. And like,
yeah,
that's the thing.
And people know it. People respect him on a level that's different.
Yeah, because he's not like overly just like you see so many people, like, I just would like to compare the ratio of like how many people know about The Weeknd versus how many people know about a character like 6ix9ine. Versus how many people like the character of The Weeknd versus how many people like 6ix9ine. Because I guarantee you the ratios are just going to be all
over the place.
Like, and because I'm not really great with math, so I don't know why I expect
me neither.
Ratio off the top of my head. So we just
it sounded great.
It's all over the place, bro.
It sounded amazing. Well, it's like those guys, you know, are about their music when there's a lot of artists that you know they're about their image and things outside of the music.
Those are the artists that always end up dying out. Lil Pump,
true.
Like, can you tell me what either of those two dudes are really up to?
Because if you're not actually in love with the music, at some point it becomes obvious. And the quality won't always be there.
Like, how long can someone love something that doesn't give them the same feeling over and over? Like, music is the only thing, bro, that has always given me the same feeling no matter what. Only thing. You know? And like,
and that makes it sustainable for a long time.
Exactly. That's why that's my number one priority. Like, I wake up every day and that's what's on my brain. And I don't think a lot of people operate like that, or a lot of musicians don't operate like that. Like, they wake up like, okay, it's make money time. Okay, I have to make music and sell beats to make money. Let's do it. But then you lose the passion, and then it becomes like just over and over again, and then you can fall in like a loop, you know, and just you lose, like, I don't know, man. You said
it right there. I gotta make music to make money, when the idea should be I gotta make money so I can make music, right? Like, I gotta pay the bills so I can keep doing what I love, not I gotta do this so I can get more money. Because it's a reverse. You have it all. They have it all reversed.
Most people,
money comes later.
Well,
the love comes
unfortunately
first.
For a lot of people, money doesn't come later, and that's the thing. That's a circumstantial thing, because a lot of people are like, I have no choice. I have to pay the bills, you know. And thankfully, I'm just not in that situation, because I coexist with my parents, and like I like living here. It's really not bad. Like,
that's a blessing, man.
It is a blessing, bro. And like, a lot of people can't say that about their parents. A lot of people who are 18 like fucking hate their parents, bro. And like,
and some of them rightfully so, you know.
I mean, yeah, no, like some of their parents give them reasons to, but not all of them. You know, a lot of
for sure.
Angst for no reason. Like, I know a lot of kids like who are just dicks to their parents for no reason, bro. And like, I hate that. I'll never hang around someone like that, because I'm like, bro,
don't you think it just kind of has to do with like a lack of like perspective and gratitude, you know, like not being able to grasp those things?
Not everyone sees the world the same as me, and it's a hard thing to remind yourself sometimes, you know. So you just gotta, but you have to remind yourself that, you know. So, you have to remind yourself of why you have the perspective you have. You know what I mean? Yeah, because like, you can have perspective, and that's good, but once you keep like reminding why you have that perspective, it makes it easier to hold true to that perspective. Because your perspective can change. That's one thing.
100%.
It can. My perspective's changed a lot in a good way.
I think what you said was key, though. You have to remember in anything you do in life, why, you know? Why do I do music? Remind yourself. I ask myself all the time, just to remind myself, why do I do this? And I go, because I want to express myself and tell my story and make an impact. And that's my why. And everybody's got a different why.
You resonated with, bro.
100%. I don't want people to pay me. I want people to feel me.
That's a great goal as an artist. Those are the artists I surround myself with now. Like 7 months ago, I was surrounding myself around like people who just wanted to blow up. Like, and I noticed it in their speech patterns, and it bothered me so much, but I never really said anything about it. But like, just every other word out of their mouth was fucking blow up, get big, blow up, get big. And that's when I started to like sit down and be like, that can't be my goal, because I see what it's doing to people, you know?
Yeah.
Like I see.
And you have the ability to be an example to these people with the way that you're executing.
Absolutely. Because they still fuck with my music, you know?
Because you're real. You're real.
Because I'm real. You can't deny that, you know? Like, I'm
100%.
not perfect, and I'm not like a gangster, and I'm not like, you know, gonna shoot you in the face and walk off like I didn't like Weezy F Baby, you know? But like,
please say the baby.
but I am what I am, you know? And like,
right.
I think that's the reason people are gonna love me. Like, once I get my
authenticity.
It
always wins, man. Like Kendrick, he's
like,
so himself. It's insane.
Exactly. So himself. You can hear it in every word. And he, like, even in the songs of his that I'm not too fond of, like, I'm still like, well, damn, it's Kendrick, you know? Like,
yeah, you can't knock him for being him.
Same with like 6ix9ine, you know? Well, damn, it's 6ix9ine, you know? Like, as long as you can like say that about an artist, like, it makes it hard to get mad at them, you know? Because it's one thing to like notice what they're doing, but it's another thing to be passive about it. A lot of people just get unnecessarily mad and like rant on Twitter. What keeps me from like ranting and wasting my fucking time with this stuff,
don't do that.
Realizing that it's not my business. I can notice what it is, and like, but I can be passive about it. I don't have to be, because really, when you think about it, there's 1,000 people in the comment section that are going to be saying the same thing as me. So
nobody cares. He doesn't care.
Let them do that job while I just set a better example. You know, by making,
because in the end, it doesn't make you look good when you talk smack or when you go off on things that are hateful and negative.
I avoid shit talking. I hope you noticed through this podcast, like, I brought up artists, but I have never just like been like,
I respect that.
You know, like, because like, I have my opinion. I don't think any person is 100% bad.
Right. I don't think so either. I don't think anyone was created 100% bad.
Except for Satan, I don't think anybody's 100% bad.
Agreed. 100%.
There's good in every single person. You just got to know where to look. And a lot of times when they don't show it, they don't know where to look, you know? And
man.
Yeah.
That's good. Bro, that's good. That's why people like you and me have to be the example and help people pull that out of themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's way more powerful to lead by example. People get told, people who waste their lives like that would get told their whole lives, like, when are you going to get your shit together?
Yeah.
When are you going to get a job? When are you going to get off drugs? When are you going to like get your life together, you know? But like, it's way, way more powerful to lead by example, because that's what pulled me from, you know, living passively to living like I'm going for something, you know?
Yeah.
Because I started to look at people and be like, the way that these people that I really want to be like when it's all said and done conduct themselves is so set apart from other people.
Right.
Like these clout demons that die out, you know.
Clout demons. Yeah, it's true.
You know.
It's true. And how helpful is it to tell somebody you're never going to be anything? When are you going to get your shit together? Like, that stuff isn't helpful.
It's not
Lead
helpful.
By example. Help them. Don't just knock people. People want to knock each other, but never help. And it's sad.
Yeah, since the beginning of this year, I've changed my like outlook. I don't think I've been, and I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I don't think I've been rude like to a single person, man.
I love that. I love that. That will change the world, bro.
Yeah, dude. Unless I have a very specific reason, I can think of like a few times where my videographer,
human.
You know, my videographer was like really on some shit and like pushed it out of me. But like at that point, I'm like, I had to say what I had to say, and I don't regret it. You know?
You're still a human.
Yeah, bro. But like apart from that, bro, I have not been coming at anybody like any type of way except for just like, what's my story, what's your story, and how do we build each other up from this point on? Because life's too short for any other type of relationship. I don't have any time. I don't have any time for, you know, friends who are trying to throw me off my track. I don't have any time for bullshit, man. Like
you get one shot. That's it. This life is one shot, bro. There's no rewind. There's no rewind.
Yeah.
I love your perspective, bro. Like, we got to do this again.
It's a long road to realize that for some people, you know, that you only get one go, you know. And if I had to realize that a long time ago, there's a lot of shit I wouldn't have done, you know.
Me too. Ditto.
The thing is like, I'm still here, and that's for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And your story is your story, man. Like your story is powerful. Like I look back on all the mistakes I made, and I'm grateful because I wouldn't have this story that I'm able to tell now. I wouldn't be able to relate to people from a different lifestyle.
Yeah, bro, you seem like really inspired and just like super all over the map. Like you seem like you just know a lot about a lot of things, you know, and like
Appreciate that. It's just life, man. It's just living life and learning.
Unfortunately, bro, I feel like you gotta go through some real shit to know some real things, you know.
The most important things I've learned were when I made the biggest mistakes. The biggest mistakes taught me the most.
Fortunately, same here, man. Like that's where I learned and grew and developed the most. And like, it sucks that, you know, I had to make them and like deal with the consequences because it's shitty, you know. But
that's life.
But it's life, man. You know, and like I don't know. I got kicked out of school twice when I was young. You know, that's kind of when my mistake starting, you know, really began, I guess. But like, looking back on it, man, I'm so grateful for it. So grateful for both that times. And I know my mom's gonna hear this, and mom, like, I know you're not gonna be happy about that, but it's whatever.
But you got, it's your story, man. And again, like your story makes you who you are, and you're doing great.
Both of those things, when I got kicked out of school, man, I just remember feeling so angry, like at myself, and I'm like, dude, I don't think I'd go at things with the same intensity now for some reason if I hadn't had that on my plate for some reason.
Do you think you have a chip? You have a chip on your shoulder from that?
Yeah, but it's not like a fuck you chip, you know.
Sure, it's just
like a chilling. It's just like a chilling. It's like, yeah, I'm a little bit hard headed now because like I feel like I've just like done like I've made some stupid choices and I've been treated badly, you know, those two things, you know, like
feel that.
And I've moved past it all. I'm not like, it's not an angry chip, like I said. You know, it's like, but it's chilling. It's like it just kind of still wants to prove something to everybody. You know, because
I'm with that.
Like, feel like a little bit counted out, you know, at a lot of points, you know.
Me too, bro. I got that chip on both shoulders.
Yeah, counted out a little bit all the time and all the time a little bit, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Well, I know you got to go. Thanks for popping in, bro. Do you want to plug some things, talk about your music, shout out some people out?
Yeah, man. Go follow my SoundCloud, Florida Main. Don't have anything up on my Spotify yet, but that's about to change pretty soon. I'm working on an album coming this summer. I'm going to keep y'all tuned in on that with a friend of mine. We've actually been linking up. About to launch a whole new kind of like, you know, band project. So y'all stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll kick it and we'll chop it up next time. Go follow me on the gram, Florida Main with 2 A's after the M. And yeah, I think we're good to go.
Bro, thank you for coming on, man.
Of course, sir. It was a pleasure.
Hey, we'll chop it up, but hey, what you're doing is correct. 100%. Stay focused, stay grinding. Just keep your head down, man. That's it. Keep your head down. Stay positive.
All your support and your genuine
always, brother.
Later,
all right,
man.
We'll talk soon, man. Thank you.
Sir. Peace.